Wrestling God recap. My first Wrestling God recap last week was greeted with warm reviews, except for the fact almost everyone said I've got to be the worst editor in the history of iMovie, and that I agree with. So I took an online course. I hope it's gotten a little better. I've got my Briscoe Brothers t-shirt on. The first new thing that Jerry Briscoe has given me in about 20 years, my cheap friend. And as you can see from the Hall of Fame this past week in Waterloo, Iowa, the Dan Gable Museum and Hall of Fame, wonderful place. Jerry and I had quite the time. Money in the Bank, quite the time last night. Phoenix, Arizona. The match of the night I thought was CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. I think a lot of people thought this match would be match of the night. They delivered. Besides the fact that these guys can go, the one thing I really loved about it was the fact that AJ, you anticipated, you waited, nothing happened. Alfred Hitchcock says the bomb under the table should never go off. The theater of the mind, of the potential, of the anticipation is so much better than it actually happened. That's what I loved about this match, was that you waited for her to do something. She never did. A wonderful match. The two Money in the Bank ladder matches. I love the juxtaposition of starting the show and ending the show. You end the show with a bunch of world champions. You start the show with a bunch of extremely talented guys who worked very hard, had a great match, all want to get to that level of those guys in that last match. Jericho, Kane, Big Show, been around a long time. Kane, part of the Zwei-Meter tag team with me, JBL, then Texas Hawk in Bremen, Germany. Long time ago. These guys are better than ever. You throw in Miz, great look with the suit. Love the fact that these guys are wearing suits. Some guys have to dress in character, but the history of wrestling has always been that these guys look and dress nice. And I like this trend that's going on in WWE. I think it's very respectful of the business. Cena wins Money in the Bank. Picks Big Show up on his shoulders one time. Remind me of the time that Davey Boy, when he told me about it later, he thought his eyeballs were going to pop out of his head when he picked up Mabel, now Viscera, from a full dead squat position onto his shoulders. Unbelievable strength of John Cena. And now you have some interesting dynamics with Dolph Ziggler, a bumping fool, a cross, for me, between a Kurt Hennig and Shawn Michaels with the looks of Billy Gunn. The kid is going to be an unbelievable superstar. He already is. I think he's probably going to end up champion, which he should be. The other championship match is the rich guy at Money in the Bank that's handsome, well-spoken. Reminds me a lot of me. Now, the difference between Alberto Del Rio and I, of course, is that I didn't drive my own cars. He did. But his ring announcer, that's awesome. I wish I'd have thought about that, Alberto Del Rio. Sheamus gets him with the brogue kick. The brogue kick been around for quite some time. Blackman did it. But one of the guys who made it famous, Bill Irwin. Wild Bill. Ow, Big Bunny. When you ask Bill how the house was. Wore real cowboy boots into the ring. Hit you with that brogue kick. One of the first. Been done by many. Sheamus wins the world championship. Alberto Del Rio loses the world championship. CM Punk retains the WWE Championship. Is he going to break my record? I think he probably is, and he's a great champion. Ryback, still coming on strong. Feed me more. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when he steps into single matches. There you have it. Money in the Bank. Wrestling God recap with a much better edit this time.